Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Now, Democratic Party President Judith Kavemba says Zambia will not experience a change of government in the upcoming 2026 general elections. Ms. Kavemba also says her party is exploring a practical approach to build momentum to participate in the 2031 elections. Well, she's in studio with us to just answer to some of the questions that obviously makes her arrive at that particular response. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How have you been?
Great. You are technically putting yourself off a possible presidential job. First and foremost, would like to just find out from you what makes you think there would be no change of administration for Zambia in 2026.
Thank you. Let me begin by saying that as DP, we are a credible opposition political party. We are a realistic opposition political party that looks at matters the way they are. And so when you look at the current political landscape in Zambia, clearly you can see that there is no wind of change. There is no wind of change, and therefore you cannot have a change of government when there is no wind of change. When you look at the 2011 elections, the elections that the late President, Mr. Michael Sata, won, it was clear. Everyone could see, even a little born child would tell that there was going to be a wind of change. When you look at the 2021 elections, clearly it was seen that there was going to be a wind of change. But when you look at the 2026 elections, it is so silent. This means that the people of Zambia are happy with what is happening.
Let's connect to the next question. It seems to be in the direction that you are responding to. Who then amongst you, the opposition leaders, or opposition political parties, would you say has presented themselves with a strong, contention, as strong contender with proper and realistic solutions to some of the challenges that the country is facing today?
I mean, honestly speaking, there is none. There is none who has presented with realistic solutions to the challenges that would make people change government. Because if people want to change government, it means that changing from President Hakainde Hichilema to somebody. But who is that somebody who is going to replace President HH? Currently, there is none, because definitely the DP has said we are not concentrating on the 2026 elections, we are concentrating on the 2031 elections. But when you look at most of these other presidential aspirants, you will agree with me that they have not given Zambia a reason to vote for them. They have not provided any tangible solutions which should make Zambians to vote for them. Because when you are going to the people and you are saying, let's remove HH and vote for me, you need to go to the people with a message that is demonstrating that you have the capacity, you have the ability, and you also have the enthusiasm that will lead Zambia to where you think it should be. But today, there is none. Even when you look at those that are saying, I am experienced, I worked in government as a minister, and therefore Zambians should trust me to be president. Wait, let me just finish. If you were a minister, if Zambians gave you an opportunity to be a minister, and whilst you were a minister, you were unable to deliver, there is nothing tangible that the people of Zambia would look at and say, this is what you delivered while you were a minister. What makes you think that the Zambian people would then trust you with presidency. It doesn't work that way. The current experience that we have among most of those that were ministers, unfortunately, is tainted with corruption. It's tainted with misappropriation of funds. It's tainted with abuse of power, tainted with abuse of office. Honestly, would the people of Zambia vote for such a one?
Let me take you to analyzing some of the campaign promises that the UPND had promised the Zambian people, one of which is the restoration of the student meal allowances, as well as free education to the Zambians. If you look at how they have fared so far, what would be your analysis?
I remember in 2022, I came in this studio and I was talking about students because there was news that had come out to say students had begun involving themselves in behaviors that were risking their lives, because most of them, especially girls, were involving themselves into prostitutions, and boys were also involving themselves into other bad behaviors in order to just get 100 kwacha to buy some food. And I was here advocating that the meal allowances should be given back to the students. I was cognizant of the fact that we have students who are very intelligent, but they are coming from families where their parents are unable to meet their demands. And therefore, it was the responsibility of government to come in and help. And lo and behold, the UPND under President Hakainde Hichilema reintroduced meal allowances. Today, where we are we seeing any students in the streets? Are we reading any bad news about the students? No, we are not, because they are safe. All they are doing is now concentrating on their studies. And this means that at the end of the day, Zambia will have a better crop of graduates, because they would have dedicated their time to studying rather than being out there doing things that would harm their lives just to get something to eat.
While you say that, others would say, well, even the employing of the teachers, the nurses, that the UPND has carried out within this period in thousands, in case of the teachers and nurses, is just a mere fluke. What does that mean for you?
Those that have not been unemployed would say that. But if you are one that has suffered unemployment before, definitely you would know that what President HH and the UPND has done is something that deserves to be applauded. Look, we had so many young people that had graduated as teachers, those that graduated as nurses, and they were not employed. Teaching and nursing are practical careers. What you learn is what you go and practice. And so if somebody graduates as a nurse and you keep them at home for 6-7 years without employing them, don't you think that is a risk when they go back in the field? Because they would have forgotten even how to inject a person, because most of them actually resorted to working in supermarkets. Others resorted to selling things, meaning they had abandoned their careers. What did the UPN do? They brought these young people and employed them.
Right.
When I look at that, all I see are people that are going to give President HH a vote of thanks.
We'll definitely be engaging more with you, especially as the year 2026 advances. And thank you so much for featuring on the menus today.
Thank you very much.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.